That movie was perfectly casted. Did you know they wanted Morgan Freeman at the studio for Big Red? And Robert said, to hell with y'all. Robert Townsend, he allowed me to do my work. Robert said to me every day, make him a lovable uncle. That's what Robert would say to me every day. Lovable uncle. They don't consider themselves bad guys. So that's the whole key to playing a bad guy. You don't play a bad guy. You just play a guy. I wasn't originally in the funeral scene. And I went to Robert and I said, Robert, I need to be in the funeral scene.
Yeah, man.
And he said, yeah, you do. I hadn't written anything. So I said, the hell with this, let me write. So I sat down and I wrote that, what you see in that. And in my mind, the way I built that character was, I'm angry at Jimmy because Eleanor was mine. He stole her from me. Now, that's not in the script, but that's me building this character. And it's very evident in the scene where I first meet the kids because I tell the kids, oh, I'm just an old country boy.
Yeah.
I want you on my label. Let's make a deal right now. I'm just an old country boy with a small little company, but I do work hard for my artists.
And then Eleanor and Jimmy walk up, and I turn to her, and I start speaking French.
Yeah.
Eleanor, tu es plus belle que jamais.
Yeah.
So that totally negates what I told them kids, right? And I fought for that line. Robert said, nah, man, that's not going to work. No, come on, Robert, let me have this one. Come on, Robert, let me have it. He finally gave in because I was persistent about it. But what that line does, it negates the old country boy. It establishes a relationship between he and Eleanor because she speaks French.
Right.
So you immediately have that connection between the two of them. And then it cuts Jimmy out of the conversation because he doesn't speak French. So you have these multiple levels of this character, of this big red character. And that's what you have to do.
Eleanor, you have my deepest sympathy. I'm here. You shouldn't. Oh, God, you shouldn't be alone. Maybe sometime. Get out! No.
Bruh, the big red character from the Five Heartbeats is one of the most iconic, underrated villains of all time. Now, we all know, especially amongst black people, Five Heartbeats is a classic. Screw how they promoted this film and didn't let it do the numbers that it was supposed to. It was a great film, you feel me? And the thing about Five Heartbeats was that always surprised me was it wasn't based on a real movie. It wasn't based on a real group. I always thought it was a real group, right? But Keenan Ivory Wayans, who I didn't even know wrote it, they wrote it fictional. Now, they based it off of certain groups from the 70s and stuff like that, but it wasn't actually a real group. And the character Big Red, I don't care what nobody said, that dude was menacing, you feel me? Like, he just seemed like a dude you didn't want to mess with. He was so psychotic. So to hear that the actor Hawthorne James actually put that into the script, dope, can't lie. That was crazy because that scene, that funeral scene, always made him seem like one of the biggest scumbags on the earth. This woman just lost her husband, and while she's grieving, you go up to her and tell her she shouldn't be alone. Ooh, he was a piece of shit. He was a piece of shit. But nonetheless, he did a great movie in this role. He was like the Suge Knight before Suge Knight, you feel me? Because he was bullying the Five Heartbeats with his label and everything. Yo, it was a great film, and hear that the actor that played Big Red, Hawthorne James, actually put that into the film, classic.